Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are having a mini mukbang thumbnail. We're having a mini mukbang and talking about some really disgusting alternative medicine treatments. This is a new thing I'm kind of starting about kind of debunking alternative medicine since it has no basis in scientific fact, which is something that we love on this channel. Scientific facts. So, I'm gonna start eating and let's get into it. So for anybody who is wondering, which you're probably not, this is just pasta and olive oil and garlic salt. Because I'm lazy and I just went to the gym and I thought I should just eat some carbs and build back up what I just lost, because why go to the gym if you're just going to continue to eat unhealthy food? But that's not the point. Today we are discussing what is known as urine therapy or urotherapy. Yes, you heard me correctly. People drinking their own pee and rubbing it on their face and putting it in their eyes. So you would think that this would be something that was very obviously not a real therapy, but people do it and people swear by it. But I just don't believe you. I just don't believe you in the slightest. Why? Like, why? So back to the story. Urine therapy was originated many years ago. It's been used throughout history, honestly, but it was popularized in England. So this guy was named John Armstrong. He was a naturopath, and he popularized this therapy in the early 20th century, early 1900s, and he would prescribe this as a treatment for like 45 days to drink nothing but water and pee, your own pee. He apparently used this when he was a child for like stings and toothaches and things, so I guess he just thought that it would just be good for everybody. So this treatment comes from a biblical proverb, which is not based in science. I want to say that. First off, let me read this biblical proverb to you. Drink waters of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thy own well. So he translated that to pee and tap water. Okay. So he prescribed this for like 45 days. People would drink only those two things, and he published a book about it in the mid-1900s, which then popularized it even more. Other doctors found out about this, naturopaths. India has been using this treatment a long time as well. Sometimes it's combined with other therapies, not just with straight drinking it. Like some people will like put it on their face, put it on their skin, put it in their eyes, put it in their eyes, put it in their eyes. I need to take a break and eat. I don't see why people think that this is gonna work. Like, the whole point of your kidneys is to filter out toxins, so why would you take those back in? So one thing I do want to mention is that I know a lot of people think that if you pee on a jellyfish sting, it'll make it better. That is actually not true. It's actually not a treatment based in fact. I don't know who thought of that, but actually it can make it sting more. So don't test it. There's no scientific fact that would actually benefit your stinging from the jellyfish or any other creature. The American Cancer Society also came out with a statement that it does not benefit cancer patients in any way. And I don't see how it could, and honestly it could probably make them worse because their toxins that they're filtering with their kidneys are just coming right back in, which defeats the purpose of a kidney in the first place. So there are some public figures that are known to promote this urine therapy, urotherapy. The one I found that was quite interesting was the Prime Minister of India. This was in 1978. So he was on 60 Minutes, and they brought it up, and he was like, oh yes, I love it, it's great. It gives the Indian people access to medicine that they wouldn't normally have because they're so poor. And I was like, well, maybe you should help increase their access to medical care and not just let them drink their own pee, but what do I know? Another person who promotes urotherapy is an MMA fighter by the name of Lyoto Machida. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. He was brought onto that with his father during childhood, so he continued on the practice. Another one was the boxer that fought Floyd Mayweather, if you paid for that show. Juan Manuel Marquez. He did it during his training to intensify his workouts and make him a stronger fighter and whatever. Maybe that led to the outcome of the fight. I don't know. There's also a British actress by the name of Sarah Miles. She has been doing it for like 30 years. She swears by it. She says it's solved all of her problems. It's made her skin healthier. And honestly, I'm not going to test it. I can tell you that right now. There are known benefits of urea for your skin. The problem is that your urine has such a low concentration, it's really not gonna have as much benefit as like a skincare product with urea in it. So you might as well just buy the skincare product instead of putting other toxins and urea on your face. So while doing my research on this therapy, I decided to head over to Reddit to see what I could find because, you know, there's always good shit on Reddit, and everything that's on Reddit is pure fact. So I thought I would just swing on over there and see what I could find. So first off, I found this picture from r/trashy, which, that's a great subreddit. Anyway, this one, it was more just kind of poking fun at people who do urine therapy. I'm surprised how excited she looks when I'm surprised how clear her pee is too, because who was that hydrated? So urine therapy has spilled into the anti-vax world, which is what's to be expected with all bogus treatments. So this is from r/shit mom groups say. Does anyone else go vaccination free with their kids? I don't want them ingesting toxins. I also want them to start them on UT soon, but only if they want to. I don't know a kid that wants to drink their own pee, but also you don't want them to ingest toxins, so you're just going to feed them their own toxins. This woman apparently who responded does that. She said, yep, 2 super healthy vax-free boys, mate. Oh, are they from Australia? I have used urine therapy on one of them for a wart on his foot, which worked awesomely. Is it awesomely a word? But not managed to convince them to drink it yet. I bet you haven't. So here I found one from the unpopular opinion subreddit about how it really works. So this person started drinking it 2 months back, and they said they've not a whole lot, not a massive quantity, but just a little bit every day. And they say they feel more energetic, more life in their, they're more active. They're just detoxifying their body by putting more toxins in it. It makes sense. They also reference the biblical proverb that I brought up earlier, which I just want to say that you can't take medical advice from a book that was written so long ago before we knew that germs were a thing. I'm just saying. Honestly, you can't even take medical advice from things that were written more than 10 years ago because things change so much and new treatments are developed and new knowledge is learned. You just... So this is their medical advice. Here. Not only does drinking urine clear out a targeted stream of bacteria and retains water that your body usually rejects due to it already having enough water. So why would you need to retain more water if you already have enough water? Applying my urine to stings and cuts has also significantly healed my skin. Applying it to my face every other day has also made my skin more, supple. I hate that word. Oh, it's disgusting. I hope people can give their opinion based on their experience rather than an article or third parties rather than a notion to sell or profit to Western medicine companies and insurance companies. I understand that urine is sterile most of the time, unless you have a urinary tract infection, which is why they call it an infection, because it's got a bacteria or something in it. So if you have one of those and you don't know, because you sometimes don't have symptoms, you're just putting bacteria into your cut and on your face. That's gross. This isn't a rub a little dirt in it kind of a treatment. It's quite an unpopular opinion, I will agree with you there. So this is from the spirituality subreddit. Urine therapy will save your life. Okay. I want to bring anyone attention to urine therapy, namely skin rub and drinking. That was a hard sentence. There is no other medical recovery service close to worthy as this. I feel like English might not be their first language, so I'm not going to shame them, but UT brings your entire body back to life out of any situation. Go hardcore and ferment the urine. And it's like instant reversal of a month of aging. Put it in your intestines and your metabolism ramps up. Urine therapy beats everything. So someone in the comments asked, how did this work? Like, what does this mean? So someone else responds, not the original person who wrote it. Urine is estimated to have thousands of biochemical compounds, but only 200 or so have been studied. It contains an incredible array of critically important nutrients, enzymes, hormones, natural antibodies, and immune defense agents. But do they tell us what those are? They don't. They just say that they're there. So how do you know about all of them, but not like scientists and doctors? Because it's been scientifically proven that there's no benefit. But they must not have tested all those other thousands of things. They must have only tested the ones that they know about. But you know. You know. I know you know. Okay, last one here. I've been trying urotherapy, and surprisingly, I'm a huge fan. Got it. I've been both drinking urine and applying it to the skin, and it truly does work wonders. It clears the skin and also doubles as an extremely powerful detoxifier. People use this detox word like it's some kind of magic word. It's not a magic word. Although drinking pure urine is not tasty, I bet it's not. You can mix it with juice and add some ice. All around, my experience with it is great, and I would recommend it that everyone try it. Well, you're not a doctor, so don't make recommendations. I recommend that you speak to a healthcare provider before you try any new therapies. That is my recommendation. The comments, though, are hilarious. One says, bet you stink like piss. I bet you do. And he says, nope, to be honest, I smell like shit more often than piss. The urine smell goes away, but shit stains don't. This has to be a troll. We have standards. We have standards here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have questions on urotherapy, you can go ahead and leave them down below. I will, though, warn you that I am not a medical doctor or any kind of doctor. I am a nurse. Therefore, I don't give advice, and I don't diagnose, and I don't recommend treatments. So if you have questions about whether or not you should start this treatment, you should seek, I'm not going to say, no, go to your doctor and talk about it with a healthcare professional that can actually give you advice, because that's not me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. I'm trying out this new plug. I don't know if it's really going to work. I don't know. If you like this video, start CPR on that like button. You know your girl needs some help. And if you would zap my subscribe button with 200 joules, I would really appreciate it. You know I love having y'all here. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.